Honourable Speaker, the Honourable Leader of the Opposition's question today comprises three important components. Firstly, the issue pertaining to the controversy pertaining to the cause of death of the two who had died as a result of the violence in Velipiti area. The second component relates to the Attorney General being not present at an inquest proceeding. The third component perhaps is the issue pertaining to the government analyst not being summoned before the debris was removed from the destroyed properties. Now, Honourable Speaker, I have had detailed discussions with officials of the Colombo Crime Division as well as the scene of crime officials from Kaluthara who had gone to the place where the incident took place, particularly in Velipitiya in the Dargah town area. As a matter of fact, Mr. Speaker, this controversy has got further aggravated because of the particular news item that is adverted to me by the Honourable Leader of the Opposition. I do agree. But I must explain the background to this issue. I visited this scene. This incident took place on the 15th night. Early morning on the 16th, I was the first politician perhaps to visit that area, and all the residents who were there and the next of kin of the deceased told me very perfectly and very clearly that indeed shooting did take place and the deaths occurred as a result of shooting by these individuals who were involved in the mob. But having listened to that, I am informed that the scene of crime officials who visited thereafter, as well as the Colombo Crime Division officials, have also ascertained the same fact and have collected spent bullets from the area and have continued to come to the conclusion that shooting did take place and 7 people have been injured, among whom 2 have already succumbed to their injuries. And this whole controversy arises as a result of the post-mortem report that had been filed in the magistrate court, which inquired into these particular deaths. There again, I have clarified from the magistrate concerned, and I am informed that already in the at the sitting that was held a few days ago, when counsel appeared on behalf of the aggrieved parties, the magistrate has allowed the counsel to examine the PMR, that is the post-mortem report, and it is now confirmed that one of the post-mortem reports confirm that in fact one death occurred due to shooting. And the other is somewhat unclear, and therefore the magistrate has ordered that the judicial medical officer concerned be summoned to court and for his evidence to be led in order to ascertain the cause of death. And it is also the fact that the next of kin of the deceased, because of the trauma of exhumation, will not always want an exhumation to take place, and therefore it was advisable for the magistrate to call the JMO to ascertain as to the suspicion relating to the second report. Therefore, this is a matter pending before court, though I can escape by saying it is sub judice and not say anything because of the nature of the matter of public importance. I thought I will, without prejudice to the rights of the parties involved, I would state this in Parliament today. The scene of crime officials as well as the Colombo Crime Division have given me a detailed account of the investigation they have carried out. And I would come to the next matter pertaining to non-summoning of Attorney General to appear at an inquest proceeding. It doesn't ordinarily take place that at every inquest proceeding that Attorney General is summoned, that police officials have decided that they could conduct or assist the magistrate in conducting the inquest. And thereafter, the other pertinent issue that the Honourable Leader of the Opposition has raised pertains to the debris being removed from the destroyed properties before the government analyst being summoned. To this end, I must say the police, I have spoken to the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the area, and his contention is that he has taken all necessary steps in instructing the scene of crime officials to collect whatever necessary material. And in fact, when it comes to, only when it pertains to a doubt as to the cause of fire, that they will be calling for the government analyst report. In all statements that have been recorded, nobody is contradicting the fact that fire did take place because certain mobs came and set fire to these places, residences and business places, and nobody has contradicted that fact. And the police itself is aware that the fire has been caused, and fire was not an accidental fire out to because of electrical short circuit or any other reason. And therefore, they didn't see any necessity to invite the government analyst to come and examine the destroyed properties. But where there was a doubt, particularly where in Panadura, when on the 17th morning, the No Limit department store was burnt down, the police officials were there. I too went there that very early morning. All the senior officials were there. There were certain controversy relating to the cause of fire. Then police immediately ordered that the government analyst be summoned, and that report is still pending, and it has not been filed in court. And this is the factual situation, and I do not think that we should cast aspersions on the conduct of judicial proceedings into this case, as it has been fully explained. And I am convinced that the inquiry will reveal any other facts that are necessary to ascertain what has happened. I must categorically say, as far as I am concerned, from the way in which I interviewed all the police officers who came before me this morning to explain what has already taken place, in addition to what I have already disclosed, I am also told that the police have taken the precaution of submitting the weapons of all the officers who were present at the scene during the riots, so that they can eliminate any doubt of those bullets being fired out of the weapons that have been used by the police officers who were there on duty. They have seen to it that those weapons are also submitted to the government analysts for a report with the spent cartridges. Together with that, I must also say that that the Colombo Crimes Division and the scene of crime officials did also say that except for one, there are few witnesses who have testified about the assailants and the identity of the assailants. And some of them have been taken to custody, others are being looked for. And in the meantime, while this particular shooting incident took place, there was a very powerful focus light that was focused onto the beleaguered community, and therefore they were unable to identify the assailants properly. And but inquiries are proceeding, and suspects are being grilled, and the course of justice will hopefully prevail.